Council, and I was here with Councilman Tucci and some other folks. And I really did not originally want to run again. I think when Claude said I got the short end of the deal, I still didn't think that it made sense that District 2 is up for election in the first round, as opposed to District 1 that has no representation, or District 3 that has no representation. After the end of the year, Amy, my wife here, which I will introduce you, to stand up so everyone knows who my wife is. Without her, I would not be on this journey, because at one time during my first election campaign, there was a point in time when just about everybody told me you should serve on a commission, because I was absolutely a total unknown. And then one day I told her, I said, I don't feel the calling to serve on a commission. I retired in July 2017, decided to run in August 2017. And I felt the calling was to run for city council. Amy came back and said, George, follow your heart. So after that, it was like pedal to the metal after that, because when your wife said follow your heart, you got support, and you just go for it. So it's kind of hard to say why I'm running again. Simply put, Councilman Tucci and I have served for 1 year and 8 days. Who's counting? we were sworn in July 10th. At first, I felt awkward to run again, is because I felt like I'm not sure if the residents have determined how effective I am yet. Only 1 year, or at the time I turned my paper in April, it's less than a year. Like, I almost felt bad. I almost felt like, what do I have the right to run again when I feel like the public hasn't even made a decision, am I effective yet? Serving maybe up till then 8 months, 7 months. But as we reflected back, the thing that we went back is the calling again. Was the calling for real? I briefly go back and see what we've done in the first year. I don't know if I could call these accomplishments, but I'm just going to take you back on memory lane a little bit since the election. Some of it you could say is high, some could be low, but overall, the positive feedback from the public, people like meeting Mike, giving me positive feedback keeps me going. June 5th, I was elected, coming out of nowhere. It was like a miracle of God, because I remember Evan Chase told me when I was betting myself with him and Craig Huey, Evan Chase said, George, if you're going to get elected, it will be a miracle. I'll tell you, I believe in miracles. September 2018, some of you may know that, because I've been a conservative since I was able to vote. Took a little heat for that. I think Councilman Tucci knows. That's when I made a motion to discuss Senate Bill 54. Though I didn't get all the votes to have that discussion, but I really wanted to discuss public safety, because at the end of the day, as an immigrant from Taiwan coming to the U.S., there's two things all immigrants, and I believe all citizens of the United States value. Number one is public safety. No, I didn't talk about immigration, because I believe Senate Bill 54 should not be a discussion on immigration. It should be a discussion on public safety and the rule of law. November 2018, I really appreciate the gutsy move from my fellow colleague, Councilman Tucci, who took the reins on addressing urban coyotes. I totally back them up. As a matter of fact, I wish we would have been a little bit more aggressive, but we made headways, because I believe, addressing the coyotes who's taken over our cities in the spirit of public safety 10 days before it came to the council for discussion, there was a 10-year-old girl in a park, I believe, in Yorba Linda, walking with a mother and was bitten on the head by a coyote. Fortunately, she survived, but we sure don't want to be the first city that had an incident, because they definitely aren't afraid of humans anymore. You probably know that what are the things that I bring to the city council? My tagline is still, it has not changed, because I'm been elected 1 year. I looked at my poster and I still say a vibrant tomorrow. And the reason I decided to stick with it is if you just take the average age of this room, with the exception of Joe's kids, I'm gonna guess it's north of 55, easily. Which means,
Speak for yourself.
which means the city is getting much, much older. At the end of the day, it's not about the money, it's all about the money. The senior citizens who's been living in the city for over 20, 30 years wants all the benefits and services the city has given for all these years. But as you get older, you're gonna not be spending money going to restaurants and stores and generating sales tax, which is the number one way the city generates revenue. If the city does not generate revenue, the city cannot provide all the services because it costs a lot of money to provide the services. I think one of the ladies that was introduced earlier today said, "What are you gonna do about my streets?" Taking care of streets is not complicated. You don't have to elect me to take care of your streets. As long as we have funds to take care of public works and we know how to prioritize how to take care of streets, the city manager staff knows how to take care of streets. What I believe I bring to the table is a vision for the future. We've all been blessed with a very good life in this community. What is the lifestyle of your kids and your grandkids going to have here? And it starts right now with the vision of tomorrow. We need to plant that today. Do we need to bring some higher technology, higher paying jobs and fill it to the campus? Absolutely. But it takes a lot of groundwork, network of folks who's interested in coming. So we could create some higher paying jobs. Potentially have some technology innovation, business innovation fairs. So one of our bright high school college students could have a breakthrough technology or business. You just need one breakthrough technology or business that's gonna put us on the map and drive us to higher paying jobs. Why does that matter? Because people say, "George, what are you gonna do about the high price of housing here?" Our first response is, if you're a homeowner, you don't want me to do anything about the high price of housing, right? You want your high value. So my focus is top line, bringing higher paying jobs here so that the next generation may have an opportunity for a down payment, right? It's a supply and demand. I don't control housing costs, but I could try to help bring in new businesses, higher paying jobs, so the next generation may have an opportunity for a better life. So that's one of the things I'm working on. Public safety, business friendly. The other thing, some of you know, in my private life, personal life, I'm kind of a sports nut. So I wanted to introduce International Youth Summer Olympic Games here in the city of Torrance. What I want to do is bring the city together so that our young athletes could compete at an international level. So we could bring in 28 qualifiers from Los Angeles host the 2028 Summer Olympic Games. The last time Los Angeles hosted the Summer Olympic Games was 1984. I was a student here at UCLA. Brought the city together, brought lots of business in. My tagline for that is 28 for 28, 2028. 28 qualifiers for the upcoming 2028 Olympics. If you could just hang tight with me as I ramble a little bit longer. International athletes come and compete with our top athletes. We'll bring the level of our athletes higher and higher so they can compete internationally. International athletes come and compete with our athletes. we're bringing in spectators who will come to our mall and shop and go to our restaurant and eat and go to our hotels. That's tax revenue. International athletes come and compete. They bring in international money. So we're not fighting with each other with the same fixed pot of domestic funding. International athletes come, brings in international pride. An executive from another country will probably sometime come and visit and watch their prize athlete compete with ours. When that executive comes, leaders of the city, Councilman Tucci and myself, would approach them and say, Mr. Executive, do you like the weather here in Torrance? Most likely, yes. Do you like the school systems here? Most likely, yes. Do you feel safe here? Most likely, yes. With those three yeses, the next question would be, Mr. and Mrs. Executive, would you consider a corporate headquarters here, right here in Torrance? If he or she's interested, we potentially have a headquarters spot where the Toyota campus is today, where Sarah's Regis is building corporate headquarters. Those are the kind of things that I'm working on. Last December, I met the head person from USA Water Polo. I introduced myself to him and shared the vision that I just shared with you, but much shorter. Long story short, I had a conversation with John Abdul, head of USA Water Polo, and Dr. Mann. As of this May, 2 months ago, USA Water Polo is now training at the TUSD Aquatic Center, preparing for Tokyo Summer Games next summer. So they're paying full rent, bringing revenue to the TUSD, and then they had an exhibition water polo competition about 2 weeks ago.
And where is the center?
The TUSD Water Aquatic Center is behind.
North High.
No, the TUSD Aquatic Center is
behind Torrance Elementary and Scrock.
Scrock. It's very hard to find. It's on Crenshaw, right behind Scott Robinson. It's got a very bad entry. We're going to help them with the signage there so you can find. It's right between Scrock and Starbucks. If you know where that is, on Crenshaw.
And Torrance Elementary is on the other side.
Oh,
Torrance Elementary is on the other side.
been there.
Yes.
They snuck something in.
Got a question back there. Am I running out of time or you got a question?
No, I would suggest you stop moving to questions because your time limit is approaching.
Got it. I will say one more before, but maybe I will cut it short here. I hope you guys ask a question so I can say what I want to say here. Mr. Henry.
In God we trust. When is that sign going to go on?
Okay, thank you for bringing that up because some of you may know that I brought up the proposal to put In God We Trust in the city of Torrance. Many of you know that I am a Christian, but I did not bring that up as pushing my faith on someone. I did not consult with anybody from my church. As a matter of fact, no one from my church knew I was going to bring that up. I brought that up as I believe it fits well with the image of our city, the national congressional model, the city that has the longest running Armed Forces Day parade, that celebrates our hometown heroes. And it just seems like it was fitting when Rebecca Poirier said, hey, consider this. I looked at it and I go, yeah, let's talk about it. I appreciate all my colleagues. You know, they gave a nod at discussion. And after about, when we first started, it was in March. I think the last discussion was in May. We passed on a 4-3 vote for In God We Trust. As a matter of fact, the one we voted in was a design placement by Councilman Griffith, put it right in the middle of the city chamber. So status, I don't know where it is in status right now. My guess is the city staff wanted to wait a little bit because there was a public records request made from all 4 of us who voted for In God We Trust to see if we colluded with each other before we made a vote. That's just my guess, Mr. Henry, that's why it hasn't been done yet, because if they find evidence we colluded, then they would get on our case. That's just my guess. Okay, yes, sir.
Could you comment on the pension problems that the city of Torrance may incur in the future?
You know that, I don't think whatever I reply to you would be satisfying. I go back that, you know, I just shared with somebody before I walked in, you know, the pension is not going to be solved by any way other than if, you know, every city in the South Bay decided on this particular day, we're all going to stop giving pensions and everybody go to 401k. You know, however, the best thing we could do is focus on generating what I call top line and revenue. The city has a little bit of cushion, and they've been paying down their debt. A few years ago, I think they kicked a few $1 million into the purse. But at the end of the day, my simple answer to you, sir, is the better off the city could generate revenue, top line, the better off they could secure and pay the pension. Because at this moment, they would likely not be paying the entire pension debt on one lump sum. It will be a payout in increments. The best case that we can do is put our heads together, reach out to every project we think about, to find ways for the city to generate revenue. If you could generate revenue, you could pay for your services, you could pay down your pension. It's not probably the answer you're asking for, that's the best I can give you right now. Yes, sir.
Yeah, can you talk a little bit about the metro line that's gonna come over somewhere after it lands at the Galleria, and then it's supposed to come over to you someday?
I'm not sure, there's not much to talk about right now. That yes, it will be coming to Crenshaw Boulevard someday, near probably just north of Maricopa, right around that area. I think the transit center is still being built. There was a little bit of delay, but that's about all I know. I will leave it. I'm going to pass the buck on to Councilman Griffith when he gets up and see if he has more information. But as far as I know, there's not any more. I think there was a hand here.
Yeah. Councilman Chen, how are you gonna take care of the rent situation? Because when I try to rent the apartment in Torrance area, they are way too high. They sometimes go between 1,600 to 2,000. I think there should be something done about this.
Boy, so I get the tough question.
Yeah.
You know, there are certain principles I think we need to live with. Again, I don't think my answer is going to be good for everyone. It's very similar to the housing crisis. You know, the rental of Torrance is high and strong because it's a very good place to live. I still believe in the principle of supply and demand and competition, and that's what drives the cost of homes here as well as rental. So, you asked my thought about that? That's what I believe. Again, the best way to try to tackle the problem, I don't think you want me to, propose, fixing, rents. And I understand the situation that you're talking about. I'm just saying, I don't think you want us to be controlling rent rates. I think we need to work on top line, getting better jobs here. Yes.
Are you going to be a big defender of Proposition 13?
I think, I think you're the Proposition 13 lady.
Absolutely.
Yes, as a matter of fact, I think
It's at the local level, and that's where it gets destroyed.
I think there was, Kevin Wen sent me something a month ago, and I already signed my name on.
Well, every time there's a new school bond issue or some improvement on the street bond, or there's a bond here, a bond there, a bond everywhere, it gets annoying.
I'm a homeowner, I'm with you. So where my wife is sitting.
It all adds up.
I got it. I think Claude is trying to kick me off the stage. Where my wife is sitting, I have literature, I have my flyer here, I have my card, I have a sign-in list. If you want to join Team
I didn't
1020,
hear an answer.
please sign it. Yes, I am for Prop 13. If that was what you're waiting for.
Yeah.
Okay.
Absolutely.
All right.